So we're on the back here shortly after a win by Brian Foster. Dude, that was a crazy fight. Super aggressive too.
Yeah, coming out strong. Not as strong as last time, of course. You know, my last fight didn't go my way, but got a little trigger happy on this one. Calm things down on this one.
Yeah. You know, you were a 3-1 dog in this, and it certainly you look like the favorite the way you performed. Did you notice any tentativeness or hesitation? It kind of looked like early on you set the tone, and he just didn't want to mix it up.
He knew I was better with my hands. I mean, if he didn't, he wasn't training right. You know what I mean? We knew his strong point was his strength. We knew that his strategy was to get me on the floor at some point, and not to go to our back with him, of course. You know, let him be on top of us, maneuver his weight. As long as we were on top, you know, in controlling positions, then we were going to take the fight for sure.
So that's the biggest thing. Make sure you're pushing forward. Don't leave an opening for him to take you down.
Exactly. Well, not exactly push forward standing up. You know, we didn't want to track him to let him get his shots off. Just to let him, you know, keep him coming to the center. I stood in the center most of the time for most of the fight. There were a couple bad things that happened at the beginning of the fight. You know, I got poked in the eye, got kneed to the head, a couple of legal things, but yeah, the momentum was definitely in my favor.
All right, well, take us through the situations where they took points away. First of all, the shot to the head, I think he got you. I think it was on the right side of the head, but he had kicked you off, and then I don't know, maybe he thought you were off your knees, but you were still on your knees.
Yeah, both knees were still on the floor. I was in his guard trying to posture up, and he kicked me in the chest, and I went back, and he kicked me again in the face. So, you know.
How'd that feel? How'd it feel in like the minute after?
He caught me in the eye at the beginning of the fight. You know, our first little exchange kind of drugged my eye a little bit, but when he kicked me in the head, it kind of like gave me a little flash or whatever. But I was more focused on my eye at the point. I wanted to be able to see to continue. But other than that was all that happened.
So what do you do in those situations? Because you want to make sure you're right physically and mentally, but you also don't want to lose momentum. So I know some guys come back real quickly. You took maybe 45 seconds.
Just listen to my coaches, man. Make sure that I can see and make sure I can still hear them, and just continue. You know, basically, I really want to continue. I don't want to end a fight in any disqualification or, you know, in that way. You know,
yeah.
The crowd don't like that, and I want to give the crowd what they want.
The knees to the head, were they as hard, or did they jolt you as much?
That was in the position we were in. I was kind of figuring that he couldn't drag me down, so he was going to deliver knees and or let me go.
Yeah.
So when I made my 3 points of contact, something just happened. When I had my 3 points of contact, he kneed me the first time. The ref didn't see it, and then so I did it again. I just kept my hand on the floor because he had to let me go or try to keep dragging me down.
Right.
And he kneed me again. So and then Eve luckily saw that one and separated us.
All right. So you get out of the first. You're ahead. What do the guys tell you in the corner? Because you're up 10-7 at that point. Right. I mean, if you want, you can just get on a bicycle and run for the next 2 rounds. Yeah. You chose not to do that.
No, they just told me to stick with the game plan. You know, don't follow him, don't track him. You know, just stick to what we trained to do. You know.
Well, you got him down in the second, and I noticed. I think it was like a huge left when he went to the ground. That bounced his head off the canvas. I don't know if you saw the effect after that, but he didn't look like he was right after that.
No, he didn't. He didn't for sure, man. I don't think he accounted for my power and my striking. Okay. You know?
Last thing, explain the finish, because to get a guy like that to tap out from strikes is pretty impressive. He didn't want any more.
We just timed his double. You know, we pressured him just a little bit maybe, and then he come off the cage shooting, and I just timed it with an uppercut, man.
Good job, man. You got a guy with 26 wins there, and you dominated him. That was an impressive win.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you.